In the weeks since the release of Arc Raiders, there's been a lot of discussion online surrounding the nature of its PvP. While some feel that any manner of villainy is fair game when it comes to leaping away with the loot, others have said that PvP is actually the game's biggest problem. But that got me thinking. Rather than play the game and shy away from PvP, what if I just approached Arc Raiders like the cooperative PvE game it was meant to be in its earliest stages of design? Would it be possible to complete the endgame of Arc Raiders as a PvE purist without ever killing another player? Well, after completing this experience, I can say without a doubt that the result was far more surprising than I could have imagined, and not for the reasons you might think. So grab your friendliest kit and join the Angel of Speranza as we make Arc Raiders a PvE-only game. The rules for this lobotomy via optimism are as follows. While I'll be avoiding PvP, that doesn't mean I can avoid people. This isn't meant to be the world's stealthiest playthrough, and to be honest, that sounds a bit boring. So I can't simply avoid people and hope for the best. Second, when I'm around other players, I have to treat the game like a true co-op PvE. That means helping other players on missions.
I can help you get there. I know right where it's at.
Rezzing them whenever I'm able.
I'm coming, buddy!
And yes, even offering up my loot if they're after something I have to spare.
Oh, here you go, dude.
Bro. And lastly, under no circumstances, no matter how dire the situation, can I ever kill another player.
I don't want to hurt nobody, okay? I'm just trying to get some stuff.
With this guideline creating a foundation for the raider etiquette I'll be following until the expedition project is done, it's time to make some friends. Well, this was a bad idea. While I had no idea how this approach would go, it wouldn't be long before I'd have my first opportunity to find out. Oh, there's a guy. As I approached my first interaction that was going to set the tone for the entirety of this run, I realized... Hey, buddy, what's up? How you doing? Are you finding everything? Okay. Hey, do you know where we're supposed to find stuff? I just got this game. What should I look for?
If you find a collar in like residential areas, it's the first thing you need to upgrade your chicken. Is that collar?
Well, I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna go find a collar, I guess.
Yep, no problem, man. Good luck.
Good luck. And with that, I set out as a new player in the hottest new PvE co-op game looking for a dog collar. It wasn't long before I met Dirty Dan. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Doing all right. What about you?
I eventually took him back to the apartments to have a little fun. Oh, are we in trouble? Oh, yeah. Oh. Let's go! And then we began making our way to the extraction point, where we picked up some additional friends. Come on, caravan of extraction, we got this. They were a zealous bunch, for sure. This is such a bad idea. We shouldn't be doing this. We should not be doing this. But even in all the chaos, I was still rallying everyone I could to the extraction point to put a cap on my first successful raid. Let's go, everyone, we're heading out. It was extremely scuffed. I nearly died, and I didn't get anything of value. But for my first raid, the game played and even felt like a co-op PvE game. Good job, team. After my first raid, I had hopes that this challenge would be possible. My good fortune then seemed to carry into my second match, where I continued to explore the future friendships that Topside could provide, with everyone I encountered being entirely friendly. Do you want to be my friend? No? Well, most everyone, at least. And after successfully extracting again, my third match saw a new friend. Oh, you got him. You got him. And another successful extract led to a fourth that was even better. How you doing, buddy? I found someone that was dropping blue items for me to sell, providing me helpful in-game insights, and even after I was hurt from nearby Ark, I had friendly help from one of the raiders I had met during the... Don't do that! I'm a friend! We're just friends! Oh, he was gonna try and make a play. He was trying to make a play! While I escaped before he could finish me, this was a wake-up call. I could play Arc Raiders however I wanted, but this was still a PvP game. But I wouldn't let this one incident shake my resolve, though another close call in my very next match was beginning to make me nervous. This is scary! And then, perhaps just as I knew it would, my sixth match would hammer home the truth. No matter how friendly I was, no matter how obvious I made it that I wasn't going to be a threat, no matter how much I would try to reason or plead. To some people, all of this was just a sign that everything I had could be theirs. And if they wanted it, all they had to do was take it. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is gonna be possible. I just need a break. I'm gonna take a break. For it to be so early in the run and to already be facing such resistance, well, it wasn't an encouraging start. In addition, I'd only played on the first map available, where all of the newbies play and where the loot isn't as good. So upon opening up the next location, I thought things were only gonna get worse. And then I had a moment of clarity. I felt the clouds part from my eyes to reveal the truth. The path of peace is often the harder one to walk, and instead of simply wishing people would be more friendly, I had to go out there and be the change I wanted to see in the world.
You're not dying today, buddy. Get up and get in there. What are you taking a break, buddy? Let's go. Get inside. I got you. Get inside. Stay alive. I'm coming. I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming for you next. Where you at? Oh no. We're getting out of this together now. On your feet. Don't give up. I'm coming for you. Oh, I see you. I got you. Don't give up. I see you. I'm coming for you next. Don't you give up. I'm coming for you now. I'm coming for you, buddy. Hang on, buddy. I'm coming. I'm not leaving you here.
In the 38 raids I'd taken to reach level 15, I ran into my fair share of trouble. Sure. But I was progressing towards my goal and doing it alongside a bunch of other raiders that really seemed to enjoy the company. But there was still one hurdle as part of this journey that I haven't touched on: how it's supposed to end. Which brings me to the Expedition Project. For those of you not aware, this feature unlocks at level 20 and has multiple phases, all requiring specific items and often in large quantities to complete. The first phase is easy enough, requiring a fair bit of metal, rubber, arc alloy, and some springs, but the second phase ups the ante by making the materials more specific, more valuable, and in greater quantities. Phase 3 jumps again with similarly specific requests, but now also drawing on a lot of the same materials you'd often use to craft equipment when going on raids. And then in Phase 4, the components are rare, important for crafting, and one of them requires you to face off with a powerful arc. Multiple times, where my lack of PvP development means that my weapon and grenade stores weren't exactly impressive. And lastly, even if I can find everything that is required for each of these phases, the final phase throws the rarity requirement out the window in place of sheer overwhelming volume. To complete the last phase, I need to find, extract, and deposit 250,000 coins worth of combat items, 100,000 of survival items, 180,000 of provision items, and then a staggering 300,000 coins worth of raw materials. While I was still 5 levels away from being able to even begin this eye-watering process, I knew that starting on it as soon as possible was a good idea if I wanted to finish my goal before I suffered a PvP-based aneurysm. That's a low-down move, you know that, right? But we'll get to that. For now, I knew the best thing I could do was get back out in the world and start collecting.
Let's go, team!
I need heal mats. Looking to grab up some of those. Oh my! What? What?
But you know, I'm a friendly raider, so I just hand them out when people need them.
That feels bad. After 18 more raids, with my main focus being to collect the remaining materials I needed, I had finally hit level 20 and opened the expedition project. From the work I had already done, knocking out the first 2 stages was relatively easy, and with a fortunate turn, I also managed to find the Exodus module that had eluded me thus far to finish off the 3rd stage. Now, all I needed to open up that massive final hurdle was to finish the Leaper Pulse units. While that's usually easy enough, with the right equipment,
Whoa, leave me alone!
I'd been struggling to find success in areas with the higher tier loot. Fortunately for me though, I had been banging my head against this wall long enough to earn some raider creds, which essentially solved that problem for me.
Oh, let's go!
And with another friendly raider on his own mission to pay it forward, it wasn't long before all I had left was the massive haul of items to finish the expedition project off. While I think there's a YouTuber somewhere in me that wants to try and dramatize it, the real hard work was mostly done. Maybe it would take 10 more raids, maybe 50. But in the end, it just took 22. But the number hardly seems important. With the hard work behind me, what are the actual takeaways? How do the stats and numbers play out? What was the point? Well, after a total of over 100 raids, I only died a total of 13 times. Of those 13 times, I was only killed by another player 6 times. And while that's pretty good, keep in mind that's with 0 total kills. When I compared it to the success on my personal account where I play normally, I returned home twice as often when playing the game as a cooperative PVE. Which means that going topside and looking for friends didn't just make the game better for me, it made me better at the game. But rather than go on and on about the surprising value I found in playing for everyone around me, I'll close this by bringing us back to the beginning. Do you remember Dirty Dan, one of the first people I encountered in my first ever match? Well, even though he pulled out his weapon the second he heard my voice, it turns out that Dirty Dan here is also able to provide the perfect message to send us home. On the road here, buddy. How you doing?
Doing all right. What about you?
I just loaded in. I don't know what to grab.
Legit first came on as well, brother. I have no earthly idea. You're the first actual friendly person that hasn't shot me in the back so far. It's just because I decided to not be too inviting on top of it. It's hard to be not aggressive.
You gotta open up your heart and have trust. You know, you gotta let love in. You wanna come with us? We're looking to head out now. So he looks like a future friend.
Everyone's a future friend. Nice enough.
If you can hang on, buddy, I'm coming. I'm coming for you, buddy. Where you at? Where you at, buddy? Where are you? I'll pick you up. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's rough, dude. I'm coming for you, buddy. Hang on, buddy, I'm coming. Oh, no. Well, buddy, we did what we could. All right, what will someone give me for 3 arc alloy? I have 3 arc alloy on the block. Let's hear bids. Let's hear bids. Let me check out this tank. Let me sure it's still got like its structural integrity before I seal this deal. You know what? You got yourself a deal, sir. That's a pure deal. Wait, a microscope. Oh, bad noise! Bad noise! No! No! I'm gonna kettle corn him to death. Oh, no, I'm not. Honestly, I think that fight was a lot closer than it looked, though. Check out this cool little huddle we got, though. Like, it's a good team building exercise if nothing else, you know what I mean? Oh, that's a cool hat. You got a cool hat, man. Yeah, look at us. Extraction Masters. I'm going to make friends with as many people as I can. Hopefully people believe in the power of friendship.
They do. In this game, they do.